I held Michael Jackson's penis in my hands every night of the week, is the claim of Dr. Conrad Murray. If you'll all remember, Conrad Murray just served time in jail for the death of Michael Jackson because of the propofol. Conrad Murray is now out of jail, and he's now giving interviews. Well, you got to figure his license has been taken away from him. He's basically been let out of jail, and he's broke, so he's got to do something to get some kind of money. So he's lining his pockets with his interviews, and he's saying a lot of nasty things. I believe the Jackson family is going to end up suing him. The Jackson family sues everybody, but that's neither here nor there. Debbie Rowe has said that she believes that within the next year or so that one of the members of the Jackson family is going to shoot Conrad Murray, and that she would be glad to buy the bullet. She says she wouldn't actually be the one to shoot him, but she would buy the bullet. The Jacksons don't need her money to buy that bullet because they've already sued everybody and got money, but that's neither here nor there either. But now, back to Conrad Murray. He is claiming that he believes Michael Jackson killed himself. He said he believes that while he was out of the room, Michael Jackson got his own propofol and distributed it to himself too fast, and causing his own death. He says that Michael Jackson was incontinent. He said Michael Jackson, that's why he always wore black pants. He said because after Michael would urinate, he would dribble for hours at a time. He said that he held Michael's penis in his hand every night because he said that Michael needed to be catheterized at nighttime. So he would stick a catheter in his penis. Thus holding his penis in his hand every night. If he's incontinent, then why does he need to be catheterized? You know, being catheterized means you can't pee. So he's basically turning around and telling two different stories. He's incontinent, and he needs to be catheterized. And this is a doctor? That's neither here nor there. Anyway, he said Michael Jackson told him that their names would become inseparable, that no one would think of one without thinking of the other in the future. He said thus he feels like Michael Jackson was psychic. He said Michael told him after he told him that he was clairvoyant. He said therefore Michael predicted his own death and that their names would become synonymous with each other. Anyway, he said Michael Jackson used to laugh when he talked about Debbie Rowe, saying that he was not the father of any of his children because he would never have sex with Debbie Rowe, that he didn't sleep with her. Well, you know, nobody questions the paternity of Brad and Angelina's children, and they're all adopted, you know, so Michael could have either been a sperm donor that way or just simply adopted Debbie Rowe's children. Either way, that makes him their father. They call him Daddy, and they have since the day they were born. So that makes him their father. You know, no sperm donation or whatever. He raised those kids up until the day he died. And I think it's very, very mean for Conrad Murray to come out knowing that these children are going to hear this in the news. No, they're going to hear it, but he doesn't care because he's only out for himself. They said in one interview that they asked him if he thought Michael Jackson was a pedophile, you know, back in the day when he was accused of being a pedophile, and said that he said everything except yes. They said they feel like the body language meant that he thought that Michael was a pedophile. So, you know, what are you doing with your hands on a pedophile's penis then? What does that say about you, Dr. Conrad Murray? You know, he didn't have to be Michael's doctor. He had his own practice. He was a cardiologist. So, and then he said that Michael Jackson didn't know how to put on a condom, so he had to put it on for him. Now, who else was in that room at the time when Michael Jackson needed a condom put on that Dr. Murray had to hold Michael's penis in his hand and put that condom on for him? What does that say about you, Dr. Conrad Murray? Anyway, until next time, bye-bye.